Well, guys, I don't know how now, here's what you did. You know, a week ago, you were average as you could possibly be in special teams. In a week, you changed. We had a kick return for 100 yards. That there was a drive or two that off damn good. I just told them, I said, hey, listen, I want to put more help, but I think it gets done, and I think it gets done this year. And the things that we have to work against is those guys that think that because I'm in pain, I'm going to inflict negative talk. And that's on every team that's in America today, good team and bad. But it just gets a little bit more amplified when you're looking for your first win. So I like this team. This team is a good team and good people. And good people deserve victory. Good people deserve to make a play. Good people look at themselves with the opportunity to bring that team together. And that's what we're looking for. So I think we can do it. Still do.
Sorry about that. Les, you guys were missing a lot of guys today. Just how challenging does that make it to compete?
You guys hear us? Go ahead and ask a question again.
Yeah, you guys were missing a lot of players today. Just how challenging does that make it to compete?
I felt like that the players that we missed certainly was a number and a group of good players that you'd like to have had with us. You know, you could really name about 5 or 6 off the top of your head, but I'm not going to worry about so much the guys that we didn't have, but the guys that we did, and felt like we're not perfect, certainly, but daggone it, we can still put this team together. So,
What happened to Jalen there late, where he had to come out of the game?
I don't know. I'm gonna my next move is to walk down the steps and find out how he's doing. So get the visit with the trainer and see what's going on. It just looked like from where I was standing, it just looked like another tweak of an ankle. So I don't know. I'll have to figure it out.
Coach, Kenny Logan had a big day today, the interception and the kick return touchdown. What did you see from him today? And then how do you feel like he is progressing as the season has gone on?
Yeah, we saw that out of Kenny Logan really before we recruited him. We watched his film. We did an evaluation. And he is just what you saw today. He has that potential to break a play. He has the potential to break a game open. And yeah, we really I probably underexpressed his talent, but his talent's pretty extreme. So he's fast and tough and will strike you. And yeah, I think we'll look forward to him for quite some time.
Hey, Les, 2 questions here for you. First, just wanted to ask about progress in general. You guys were within 2 scores and got the ball back in the 4th quarter. Do you feel like that was a step forward for this football team?
I don't know that it's a complete step forward. I'm looking myself how to make sure that the team sees we still have improvement to take. We have to make improvement. We have to put the pieces of the team together. And right now, I like our. I think we have a view of our team in in bits and pieces that you guys can see. You know, it's just this question. You're really saying Jalen Daniels, Highshaw. You're starting to see some guys stepping, forward and making plays, and you wonder, like I do. I think we can put them together, and that's really the question. I think that we're getting the style of player, and the style of player is showing the ability of his talent, and really there's a number of guys that are like that. And I can tell you this: that secondary is young, but they're really going to play big. Yeah, Deuce Mayberry got a personal foul, or not a personal foul. I think it was a pushing off. I'm going to tell you what, there's going to be a time where he's one of the best corners in this league. So it's and his partners, his guys that are in that secondary. So.
And then one more question for you on the youth. You played a couple freshmen on the offensive line today. How did you feel like they performed?
I think they performed extremely well. I think the Armaj Adams-Reed is a guy that's probably 325, and but really came off the football and smashed a couple of guys. But he's youthful and not probably as good as he's going to be. But down the road, someplace, hopefully not too far from now, he'll be a dominant player. We missed our center. We got Garrett Jones that stepped in, and when you step in at a center spot, that's not a. I mean, if you're stepping in at a guard like Armaj, then that's something that you can handle pretty comfortably. But if you're stepping in at center, you got a center snap, and you got calls, and it's an important thinking man's position, and I think that there was a lot of guys that stepped in and played significant, considering the number of guys that were, that like Steph Robinson without, with injury. And so there was some guys that were not there, but the guys that were there were pretty damn good, I thought.
Hey, Les, how many, like Garrett Jones, does he get many reps during like last week in practice? And then second of all, have you ever had a left-handed center?
Yeah, I have. What happens is in the left-handed center snap, you just basically you just force feed the snap, and it's easier if it's a shotgun snap, because it's just pick it up and toss it, and you're tossing it in the barrel behind you. So, and Garrett Jones can do that. So, yeah. And what was the other? You had another question.
And then a guy like him, does he get many snaps during the week to work with the?
Yeah. He gets a lot of snaps. Luke Meadows gets him over there, and it's several days. He had really significant snaps in those practices.
What did Luke Grimm do to impress you today?
What he did when we recruited him, he ran fast and he has ball skills, and he's really going to be a guy that we can count on in really more than in the games that we have remaining, so that we can have some victory.
Hey, it was a tough day for your run game and your offense overall. Just what did you see as maybe the biggest issues today?
We have to be able to run the football better, and I want the ability to use the quarterback, but I don't necessarily want to use the quarterback as often as we have. But I think we're improving. I think we're improving at that spot, and I think Dearman is doing a really, really good job. So, but we have to improve, and it's just like, you know, you saw a new formation today, or Sue, and you saw guys in the backfield that were wildcat. So I think there's some experimentation that's good for this team, so that we can find, you know, who the guys are and who they aren't. But now we have we're taking the day off on Tuesday, and so we'll have a work day tomorrow and late in the day, and and then on Tuesday we'll take the day off so that our guys can vote. So I think that'll put a nice little freshness in the middle of the week, and look forward to, you know, improving, you know, as the week goes on.
Les, you had a couple linebackers out, Feaster and Prox. Are those guys okay? Do you expect them back?
I think Prox is a guy that won't be back. I think he's a opt out, and I think that's something that he wants. That so, you know, I don't really know exactly. I know this. He's a fine linebacker and a guy that can significantly play. So we'll go on. I like like I say, I like the linebackers that were here today.
One more for Coach.
When did you find out that Drew Prox is opting out? And is that something that you just learned today, or what happened with that?
It happened. Don't hold me to it, but I want to say Thursday late. So may have even been Wednesday late.
Hey,
And
Les, can I? Oh, go ahead, Ben.
Did you get a sense for the reasoning behind it?
He has a very significant personal reason, and it's certainly not something I will share. But he has reason to opt out, other than football.
And would you expect him to come back next year, or is he done with KU football?
Honestly, I don't know. I'd love to have him, I can tell you that, but he's going to have to. He's got some work he's got to do, not for me, but for, you know, this family.
Thanks, everyone.
Well, Les, can I sneak one in to you? Is that okay?
Go for it, he said.
Great, thank you. Appreciate
It sounds like me on Saturday. Go for it. No, go for it again.
Hey, I just wanted to ask you about the ending to that game. Iowa State kind of gunning for those last two touchdowns late. Looked like you might have said something maybe in the coaches thing after the game. Did you have any reaction or response to that?
I didn't hear. Why don't you give me those? Oh, excuse me. Well, I asked. There's 6. Okay. I got you. Me. I understand. Okay. I have not read nor seen that. So if you want to offer those pieces of information, that'd be fine.
All right, thanks, everyone.